Hey everybody, this is Viper4724, and I was asked an Nixilus cycling deck. I have looked at a couple of the other decks out there, and I wanted to go my own route. I wanted to add a couple creatures to my deck, and I wanted to add more versatility to my deck. The other decks out there are more to go just up against Nicol Bolas, and I love the decks. They're great. But when I create a deck, I really do try to go for versatility to make sure that there are possible wins no matter what kind of deck you face. And to do that first, I mean, obviously, you do need Lost Legacy in almost any Nixilus deck because its third ability, dealing 8 damage to your opponent every time any player draws a card. Obviously, getting 48 damage with one single card is huge. By your opponent discards its entire hand, then draws 6 cards. In addition, I wanted to add the Archfiend of Ifnir. So if it's a huge creature deck, we're able to get -2/-2 every single time we cycle. Now, Archfiend is also being used for something else. I am going to use him because of his 19 mana cost. In this deck, it's actually a positive because I need a card that I can stick in and I can continuously feed mana to and use it to cycle all of my other cards. So I'm going to try to keep one of him full and continue to cycle my cards. With that, we're going to use Horror of the Broken Lands. Every time you cycle a card, this creature gets +2/+1 until end of turn. In addition to being a common card, it only costs 1 to cycle. So I think it's a pretty good common card. And for my other creature, I'm going to be using Stir the Sands. So every time I cycle, I summon a 2/2 zombie, and it only costs 2 to cycle it. Any time you're going to do a black cycling deck, you need Faith of the Devoted. Thankfully, it's only an uncommon card, and every time you cycle, your opponent takes 5 damage, you gain 5 life. Keeps you full of health, continuously wears down your opponent. Let's get right into it and take a look on how we go against Koth. One of the most powerful planeswalkers, able to get a lot out on the board quickly. So, we did get the Archfiend of Ifnir. Now, I am going to fill him up with mana before I actually put him into play. And we're going to see what else we draw with that. Now, with Ob Nixilis, we're getting +1 for blue, +1 for red, +3 for black. Our ultimate goal is to get to his third ability. Sorry about that. His third ability, which is create a support gem with whenever a player draws a card, deal 8 damage to your opponent. It costs 18 to get in. So we're going to continuously work towards that. And with Koth, it's more important than any other planeswalker to make sure that he can't get his own personal match with it, which is red. Now, we can go for that black match on the left there, but we're going to take the red. And it didn't work out for us, but that's completely fine. This deck works extremely well at getting you any life back that you may lose, and also taking care of any creatures that the opponent's able to get on the board. Now I do want to get the Archfiend out there because he does have a creature on the board. So we're going to get that out there, let the other cycling cards build. And like I was talking about the Archfiend earlier, we need a card that you can continuously build on. And you always want to feed off the first card in your cycling deck if you don't have anything else feeding your cycling cards. So we're going to use this. We're going to start to give him -2/-2. Since all these cards have 2 cycling, we'll go with that one. And we will destroy him. Now, These draws aren't the best draws in the world because Archfiend does have a cost of 4 cycling, so it's not the best card to have to cycle with. But being a creature, being attacking every single time, and gaining mana and holding on to that mana is more than worth having him in your deck. Like I said, I want multiple win possibilities, and those win possibilities are being spread around from having a support that deals damage and gains life, having creatures in your deck, and using abilities to do as much damage as you possibly can to your opponent. So no matter what he has in his deck, or they have in their deck, we're going to be dealing some kind of damage every single turn. We're going to have a chance to get rid of the creatures that he has on the board. And if we absolutely have to, we will use Nixilus' second ability to flat out destroy a creature. Now, since the Archfiend has flying and his dragon does not, it's not a big deal to us right now. We will be continuously gaining life from the Faith of the Devoted at this point. Now, if he destroys that support, our strategy might change a little bit. But for now, we're just going to work on getting stuff in there. You did see me get rid of one of the Archfiends. It's great since we're not taking away 4 of our mana for that cycling. Just to get rid of them, we definitely don't need 3 of them in our hand. Now, it will help our deck out a little bit to get the Horror of the Broken Lands out there, but that is not our ultimate goal right now. So we're going to use him and his mana gains to 1, get rid of the creature, and 2, continue to attack Koth with the direct damage. And yes, I know I just said attack with direct damage. Continue to hit him with the direct damage. Okay, there we go. All out of mana again. As you can see, we're at full health. He's wearing down quickly. Gonna take away his red match. Remember, always a goal against Koth. If you're playing Koth, it's almost as important to take away his red matches as it is for you to get your top match. It's absolutely huge. It's necessary. Focus on it anytime you ever play him, and you'll have a lot better chance of beating him. So, we've got our Lost Legacy. I'm actually going to build that up now, because once we get to that third ability, I want to immediately be able to play the Lost Legacy. Instant 48 damage. It should be a game ender anytime you're playing a regular opponent. And as you can see, I'm going to move the Horror of the Broken Lands to the front to do my cycling with. Since he ran out, I'm still going to do the Desert of the Glorified because it only costs 1 to... Oh, I'm sorry, I thought it only cost 1 to cycle. I'm not going to play it because it costs 2. And we're going to continue to build the Lost Legacy, but we're going to go with the Ruins to get to the third ability, which we did now. We got lucky right there because we were able to fill the Lost Legacy and able to get another creature into play. So now at this point, all we have to do is play our 1 Lost Legacy, and we're going to end the match. Now, hopefully you can see, through everything that we did in this game, we were able to be extremely versatile. Make sure that we had win conditions in every possible way. If he destroyed our support, we still had creatures to attack with. If he held our creatures against us or destroyed our creatures, we had supports to go with. Once again, an extremely versatile deck. Exactly what I try to look for in every deck that I build. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you took a little bit away from it. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.